Don't overlook these tax breaks.
I'm so sorry.
What?
It's so freaking corny.
It's kind of corny. Hi everyone, Keith Wilson here, spreading a wealth of information. So, if you are like most Americans, right now you're knee-deep in getting all your tax information together in order to prepare your tax return. So, think about this. Tax laws, they're going to change all the time. And due to COVID, there have been a lot of added credits and deductions. So let's take a look at some of the most overlooked tax breaks and deductions. All right, if you received a refund from your state last year, you'll be sent a Form 1099-G, and there's a line on your tax return where you have to report this refund as income. However, if you claimed a standard deduction last year, then the state tax refund, that's tax-free federally. Even if you itemized last year, some of the tax refund may be tax-free. So if you itemized state tax last year and part of your write-off is what pushed you above that standard deduction threshold, then that part of the refund is tax-free. Hey, itemizers, you have a choice between deducting state income tax paid or state sales tax paid. So most of the time, state income tax paid would be higher, but what if you live in a state with no state income tax? So take a look at the sales tax you paid. Now, here's the good news. You don't have to keep up with all these receipts of everything you paid in sales tax because the IRS has a calculator that will show you how much you can deduct based on where you live. And if you purchased a vehicle or a boat or some other eligible item, you can add that sales tax as well. But keep in mind, there is a $10,000 maximum. Now, before the 2017 tax reform package, you could only use 529 plans to cover eligible expenses for college in order for that distribution to be tax-free. However, here's the thing. Today, families can also take withdrawals from your 529 plan to pay up to $10,000 for tuition in private schools, K through 12. Could be private or could be religious. Now, speaking of college, if you are paying a tuition to college, you may qualify for a tax credit. The credit, here's how it works. It's based on 100% of the first $2,000 spent on eligible expenses and 25% of the next $2,000 up to a maximum of $2,500. Now, there's a caveat. The credit is limited to individuals with incomes of less than $80,000, and if you are married filing jointly, incomes of $160,000 or less. Now, the credit is going to be phased out with incomes higher than those amounts. Hey, if you have charitable contributions and you don't itemize and you take that standard deduction, you got no tax break, right? However, starting in 2020, there's a special $300 charitable cash deduction for both single and married filing jointly taxpayers. Even if you take the standard deduction, you can now deduct up to $300 for cash contributions to a charity. And so what this is going to do, this is going to reduce your taxable income, thus reducing your tax bill. Hey, are you self-employed? Well, if you're self-employed, you can deduct health insurance premiums you pay even if you don't itemize them. Normally, you have to put it on a medical expense, but here's the thing. For 2020, this is entered using Schedule 1, line 16, then you carry that over to your 1040, line 10A. Now, this is an adjustment to your income, which would reduce your adjusted gross income. But you got to keep in mind, you can only claim this write-off for the months when neither you nor your spouse were eligible to participate in an employer-based health plan. Hey, these are just a few of the most overlooked tax breaks and deductions, so make sure you take advantage of these tax breaks. Don't overlook them. And obviously, you're going to want to talk to your tax advisor to see which of these or all of them that you would benefit from. And if you are a do-it-yourselfer, most of these tax preparation software programs, they'll walk you through it. The main thing that I wanted to bring to you is, hey, look at these overlooked items and overlooked tax breaks that could reduce your tax bill. So if you'd like to see more videos like this discussing personal finance, be sure to hit that subscribe button below. I would really appreciate it. Thank you, and remember, be wise with your money.